Hey, welcome back to Magic City Entertainment. Hopefully, you guys are doing great today. So, I know it's been a while since I've dropped a review video, but I promise there are a few more coming. I've seen a lot of movies lately, and I want to bring you guys my thoughts on them and everything. But the first movie I'm going to cover today is Godzilla versus King Kong. Yes, HBO has graced us with this great opportunity. If you have HBO Max, you can watch this movie for up to, I think it says 30 days when it's released. So yeah, if you have HBO Max, check this movie out. Warning, there are spoilers in here. So just be warned, you're warned right now. So first off, let me say, this movie was pretty damn good, honestly. I wasn't going into it expecting a lot to begin with, honestly. I liked Kong Island. It was a good movie. I didn't watch the other Godzilla movies. They just weren't very interesting to me. And I heard that Godzilla never showed up until like the end of the movie. So like, yeah. Unfortunately for this movie, you get to see Godzilla and Kong a lot. They're the main focus of the movie, basically. The one downside that I think held this movie back was the humans. It's like they should have never been in the movie. Period. I think the movie would have been better off with just having Kong, Godzilla, and eventually they meet up, whatever, and they fight. I feel like the humans didn't have any point of being in the movie, honestly. In movies like these, humans, like, they don't add much to the movie at all. Like, at all. Like, their scenes were actually the most boring scenes in the movie to me. Like, they never brought anything like new, you know. Like, all I wanted to see was either Kong or Godzilla. I can give two craps about everybody else in the movie. The story basically consists of the US needing Kong basically to protect them, but they also want to find his true home or whatever, which they do, which is like at the core of the earth, I think, or the bottom of the earth, something like that. And I was like, okay, you know. But the biggest attraction for this movie is this the special effects for Kong and Godzilla in the fight scenes. Man, it looks damn near gorgeous. They did a really good job with how they move, how the skin moves and stuff, like the fur, and they look really good. Honestly, they look really good. It looked detailed, really detailed. But it was good. There was one scene though that I was like, why? So, as you know, Godzilla can swim underwater, correct? So they decided to put Kong on a boat and try to get him to his destination, right? And if any logical person would have been like, hey, well, if Godzilla's coming for him, Godzilla can swim in the water, why don't we just go a different way? You know, let's not do water. And yeah, so there was a fight scene there. I'm pretty sure they did that for a reason, so there can be a fight scene for that specific area. And on top of that, them boats or ships or whatever, they strong because they held both of them at one point on it, both of them, without breaking. I mean, it's unrealistic, but it was like, wow. Because I mean, come on, there's no way that thing's gonna hold Godzilla and Kong, but it did. Put your life insurance on that battleship. But yeah, they end up fighting and everything, and then he ends up going away because they say, oh, let's pretend we're dead, so it thinks that, you know, he won. And it worked. Really? He didn't even go check, just thought, yeah, you know, they're not moving anymore, they're dead. Oh, okay, sure, movie, sure, we'll take it, whatever. So then the guy's like, wait, why don't we use an airship to take him where we need to go? Why wasn't that the first plan to begin with? What was the whole point of the whole water scene besides the fight? Literally, what was the whole point of that? at all. But I mean, there was one important character for Kong, I guess. This is like a little girl. She knew sign language, and he basically like took care of her because her family had died or whatever in the woods or the forest. And he took care of her and everything, and then she taught him sign language and stuff like that. So that was a little connection between them two. Like, she was probably the best character out of all the humans in the movie, because she actually had a connection with Kong. Like, it made sense to why, because she's the only one that was really good at communicating with him. Even though the girl that was like watching her, she knew sign language, but I don't think Kong trusted her like he trusted the little girl. My one flaw with this movie, like I said, was the humans. They didn't bring much to the movie itself. A lot of their scenes were just a lot of gibberish, and it was kind of boring. And the jokes kind of were flat too. Like, they made I forgot the joke. They made some type of joke. It wasn't really funny, but I think it was about eggs or something like that. I think it was. I don't remember. But they made a joke. I didn't really laugh or chuckle. I don't know. I felt like the jokes were kind of forced in a way. I'm not saying they did a bad job. They did an excellent job. Got the script what they got, and they had to do what they had to do. It wasn't bad. They had the girl from Stranger Things, Millie Brown. They had her in it. She did good. She's returning from the other movies, the Godzilla series movies, which I have not watched. So I don't know what happened in those. So basically, the end game for them was to get Kong to his homeland and everything, which they did. And then there was a big old fight, and it was a great fight, honestly. One thing I will say is that, man, it was really bright in that fight scene in Hong Kong. Like, it was extremely bright. Like, it was a lot of neon for no reason. Like, I know Hong Kong has, like, some neon and lights and everything. I don't know about that much. Like, it was a little bit too much for my liking. It was hurting my eyes a little bit. But the fight was really good, though. Honestly, it was a really good fight and everything. And they fought. And you should know who already won. Yeah. But it wasn't a bad fight. It was very interesting. I was very surprised because Godzilla won, but he didn't finish him. He screamed at him, and then Kong screamed at him. I'm assuming they were communicating. So they had a little talk after the fight, and then they did what they had to do. And then Kong was about to die or whatever, brought him back to life. Then of course, in any movie with monsters, U.S. made their own monster, and it gained full knowledge of his own control, own mind, basically. And then Godzilla was getting beat up by a version of himself, and then Kong came and helped him, and that was it. Yeah, it was like foreshadowing that Kong kills Godzilla. In my opinion, I think there was a foreshadowing right there. But that was the movie. That was it. Yeah. That was it. Honestly, you could have just had Godzilla, right? And Kong. And that's it. You didn't need no other humans. You didn't need none of that. You could have gave Godzilla a backstory. How he came about. Why he's coming after Kong so hard. And everybody knows Kong's backstory already. So, I don't know. It was a good movie, Only things I didn't like were the ending, where the ending kind of felt lackluster, but the neon lights, a little bit too much neon. The humans, they really didn't bring much to the table. They didn't really advance the story that much. They kind of just like kept it in pace, you can say. I wish there were more like different types of monsters. Like they went to this one planet and Kong fought like these snakes type of monsters. That was a cool fight scene. Maybe we could have got another Godzilla scene of him making his way to them. Like he could have fought somebody else. Like I thought that would have been cool. Overall, it's a good watch though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is a good watch. If you don't have HBO, it's a movie theater. I recommend watching the movie theater. It's a really good movie. Yes, the story is mediocre at best, but the fight scenes is what carry this movie. The two stars of the movie are Godzilla and Kong. Literally, they're the stars of the movie. They move the movie forward. I do hope they make another one. I doubt it, because I mean, where can you really go from here after that? Nowhere. With that being said, the score I'm giving Godzilla and Kong is an 8 out of 10. Yeah, it's a good movie, honestly. Few little bumps in the road here and there, but it was honestly a good movie. It was fun to watch. Had a lot of fun watching it. Wish some things were different, but it is what it is. You know, beggars can't be choosers. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the review, make sure to like and subscribe. And remember, stay amazing. Peace.